Alrighty, what is up everybody? Today I'm going to actually be going in and showing you guys my Earth 2 portfolio. It currently has 2,066 tiles in our portfolio. We've currently made a 19% return on our investment, which is amazing. I mean 19% in a matter of, 3 or 4 days now. I've only been doing this for about 3 or 4 days. We've accrued a little over 2,000 tiles, over 60 different properties as you see here, and I'm going to go through and break down some of the more important ones and why I'm buying them. I'm also going to show you guys this one right here in Ethiopia. We will start with this. Now this is something that I own a few properties of. These are what I'd like to call a hidden resource field, hidden jackpot here. There's a ton of resources here, and only a couple people are buying. The land class still, as of January 8th, 2021, the land class is still 1, which means you're going to be making land tax all the way up. Okay, but you see I've bought all this here with the US flag. This is all mine. This is all squares that I've bought over here. All of this. Like I said, it's only myself, this Canadian individual, and then a couple other individuals. What is this, like Argentina or something? And I'm not sure, Brazil maybe. But there's only a couple people here, and I want to show you guys the expansiveness of this. Now this resource field, there's no landmarks around it, which is why I feel that it's so undiscovered. Okay, there's no landmarks around it. There's no major cities around it. This was honestly, I just came across this after hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of just scouring around the entire globe. And I came across this right here. It looked fairly mineral rich. And as I was looking around, I started to see these little patches down here, okay? And when I zoomed in, I just found this massive mineral reserve. I don't know if it's some form of agriculture. The green tint kind of makes me think there's gold. But this thing is expansive, okay? And it's in the middle of nowhere. Unless you actually know the coordinates, okay? You're not buying over here. Like, look at this. You scroll in. This is practically untouched. So this is a spot that I'm investing heavily in right now. I might actually buy a little bit more now that I'm making it public, because all of these resources, I'm sure, are going to be snatched up in an instant. So what I'm going to do is back down here where I was I bought this, what looks like a processing area here. So what I might do is just buy a little bit more here, see if I can't just connect the two, so I have a little bit bigger of a plot of land here. What I may do is actually just buy a square like that as well, so I just have more in the area. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that here. Now that I'm making it public, I'm sure it's going to blow up. Hidden resources, I can only imagine, are crazy. So taking a minute to process here, that's fine. Now the next one, there's a massive diamond mine, one of the world's biggest diamond mines, and that's where we're going to head to next once this processes. I'm probably just going to refresh it. Let's see if it still has it there. 20 selected. Let's try it one more time real quick, and if it doesn't go through, it doesn't go through. We'll just move on. So there it is. We grabbed another still land class 1. Okay, I'm going to go back to the profile here, and we will look at that diamond mine. There's a gold mine. I'm currently looking for oil. I cannot find any of the, and it's just because I think the buy land map isn't refreshing to a rate. It's like has blacked out areas, but I'm searching for an offshore drilling rig. If you find one, comment the coordinates, comment your code, your referral code down below. Mine is right over there. You can see it, 5% off any and all land you purchase. Just put in that code when you do so, and someone find me an oil rig, and I will use your code when buying it. So waiting for the profile to load. So that is a FAR that you see here. I have those tiles, these tiles. We do have some in Pyongyang, just because North Korea, when you have an influx of people coming to this game, I think it's only natural that people are going to want to buy North Korea. It's what you, I don't know, it's the white elephant effect, essentially. So if you know what the white elephant effect is, you know North Korea really fits into that when it comes to places you're going to buy. So I expect this going up to the same price as China, probably $2 or so a tile. So I'm starting a little island kind of thing there. As you see, more of these Afar tiles, more of these Afar tiles. But what I really want to go to is Brakapondo here in Suriname. Now I believe this is going to be the gold mine. Yeah, because down here in, where is it? Well, we'll get to it. But this right here, Brakapondo, there's your coordinates down there. Brakapondo, I'm not sure how it's... Now, this is either the diamond or the gold mine. So I believe this is the gold mine. One healthy thing to know is when you see the heavily green tinted water like this, it means minerals. It means gold, okay? Either means gold or algae. So that's nice to know when you're looking around the map there. But we bought, let me see here. So we bought a few of these ponds here, these wash ponds, as you can see. So these are all ours with the US flag here. And I'm trying to see what else I bought, because I know there's some other, and I'm actually going to take a few more of these pawns right now. So we're going to grab those. What other ones here? I'm going to grab this little guy, and let's grab that guy. $5. Okay, I'm going to buy those. So these are just places that I believe are going to be extremely resource heavy. I mean, they've already got 64%. It is a land class 1, which is what you really want to see. Suriname is still land class 1. Let's go back to the profile here. And wait for it to load. So you can see we're up to 2,100 tiles now. Okay. So, Samoa. Samoa is a place that is... it's going to be hit heavily by supply and demand. So we know for a fact that different resources are going to spawn in different places all over the world. So I look for places that have minimal land, minimal competition, and I think Samoa is one of those places. At 17 cents a tile, it's still a land class 1, which means you can get in and you can snatch a fair amount of land for cheap and then collect that land tax all the way up. As you can see, the American flags here are myself, minus the ones right on the beach. I have been heavily buying out land here in Samoa, and I am going to complete some more of that right now, actually. Probably just going to get some connections here. I've been trying to buy out these little inlets, so like this and this, like this and this, okay, and same with like this over here, and all of this right here, actually, all of that right there. So I've been really going hard in Samoa, as you can see, just a continuation of that here. I should own all this, all of this, and I'm working my way up into here. So 1555, that's about the balance we have right now. So we're grabbing up another 93 tiles in Samoa. Now I'm going to zoom out here after this, okay, payment complete, cool. I'm going to zoom out. Okay, this is it. When all this is bought up, it's gone, okay? Now in the grand scheme of things, that's... I mean, I guess this is it, that there's not much there. So once this hits land class 2, it's very quickly going to rise to land class 3 and 4, just because there isn't that much of it, okay? Now, I just saw this, which might be all bought up, okay? You see it's fairly well bought up. Okay, this is probably where I'm going to come to next. Matter of fact... Let's see here, 68 cents, So it's what, 32, 34 for that. I'm gonna just landmark here because I know where I want to come. So I'm just gonna snatch that tile right there. Just that way, when I come and I want to expand, I can just go to my profile, I can click view or buy, and it'll take me right to those coordinates, okay? So let's go ahead and look at some other ones that I have. Not doing much Falkland Islands. A couple of these are just places that I want to build on. These places that you see just like 12 tiles or so, those are just places that I'm planning on building on, like this one right here, Gerald's in St. Peter, Montserrat. This is a place that I believe is just going to be a nice building location. You can see I bought this plot right here. Again, okay, you see the theme. There's not that much land to buy. So when people realize, hey, you know, this land is filling up, and primarily this chunk right here is going to be your city. Okay, this right here. So once this, I bet the airport's bought up. Yeah, look at that. So once this fills up, it's going to be gone, and whoever has the land is going to 100% control any resources that spawn on this land. So we want to get a chunk of that wherever we can, so that's why we're buying a lot of the island land to build on, and it's just going to be in really high demand once all the tiles are taken up. Okay, another place right here, you see Palestine, okay, Deir al-Balah, I believe. You see we have a 262 tile patch here. Now the thought behind this purchase is in-city marketing. Okay, so one of the things you're going to be able to do is construct buildings, okay, because all these buildings we know are going to be leveled, right? So it's just going to be flat land, but where cities were, cities will be again, okay, because there's already that known familiarity to it. So I bought this massive square in the center of the city just to construct buildings and sell advertising space. We have one of the main thoroughfares or crossroads right here. Okay, so this is in the direction that I'm going to be expanding out. I'm going to be expanding down this way, and eventually I want to have like this right here. Okay, this is the eventually in Palestine. This is like the compound or whatever that I'm aiming to have, but it starts here with 262 tiles, and we will expand from there. I think Palestine and Pakistan are both very undervalued right now. They're land class 1, but when you go based on comparing it to tiles that are worth, say, 80 cents to $1.40, if you actually compare like population, average wages, you know, if you compare economically, it's undervalued in my opinion. So here more Afar spaces. There's the Gerald's. I bought 4 tiles right in the center of a volcano, because why not? They were 21 cents a piece. Honestly, that was the thinking. Here's another 98 tiles in Palestine. Okay, Cameroon. Here you see 2 in Cameroon. Those are basically just trying to be an alternative to Palestine or Pakistan. They fall in the same thing at 16 cents a tile. Fairly large city, fairly large population. And once the game again goes phase 2, phase 3, and then alpha, beta, you know, once we actually get launched, you're gonna have people all over the world vying for this space. Okay, so minimal investment there. Here's some more Samoa. As you see, Suriname we talked about. This is the gold mining area there. Along with resources, I'm going to scroll down. We also bought in Peru, I believe, or Bolivia. In Bolivia, we have 68 tiles here, 96 tiles here, just pure farmland. We bought these guys at like 14 cents a tile, and they're now up to 43 cents a tile. The Beverly Hills purchase, I actually didn't mean to make that purchase. I haven't sold it yet because it's been going up. We paid $26 a tile for our 2 tiles, but they are up $3.81. So New Zealand has been growing extremely fast. New Zealand was one that we picked up in the 23 to 28 cents range per tile. Same with Ireland and New Zealand. So I went into that with the same thinking I'm going into Pakistan, Palestine, Chad, Jordan, and Cameroon with. So we bought these at 20 to 23 cents a tile, and they're now 95 cents, 70 cents respectively. We got into Australia a little bit late. We paid $3.17. I literally just wanted beach tiles in Australia. There was no other point behind that. I found it, which looked like it was near possibly an oil field, oil processing. So I was like, okay, best of both worlds. Bought 9 tiles at $3.17 a tile, and they're now $4.54. So worked out very well. If we can get page 1 to load here, there we go. I'm gonna go through and see. Now, if there's any questions you guys have, you can definitely leave them below. I answer all questions on all videos. So Congo here, we bought this small kind of strip village in Congo. Now this one right here, what I'm looking for is that mine. So I bought this land in Pakistan. Where are we at here? So compounds or resorts. I bought this with the anticipation of buying this whole compound here. You kind of see I put 3 points. I want to buy this whole compound here because you have all this agriculture right here, and the main thoroughfare comes right through here. So anyone going towards this agriculture is going to come through that point. So I figured, why not? Let's start buying it. And when I do go to buy the agriculture, what I'm going to do is probably go farther up. And I would be interested in buying plots like this in here. And as you can see, nobody's got to it yet because, again, this is all found through scouring the map. Okay, there's no major cities near here. It's just I see a little patch of green, okay, and I think minerals or agriculture. I go in, and that's how I find it right there, okay? So just all agriculture. And the coordinates here for anyone that wants some of this, what looks like 100% untouched agriculture, it's right there for you. 6730, there's your coordinates. Okay, so I'm gonna clear this, go back to profile, see if there's anything else that we haven't touched on. There is that other mine, and that starts negative 41, minus 41. Let's see if I can find that here. Mosques. Okay, so if you ever find a mosque that is not bought, I always buy that land just because someone's really going to want it. The rainforest, I bought some rainforest just because it was rainforest. And I believe we are getting Belletti. So here in Botswana is the diamond mine. So for anyone that wants the coordinates here, it is still largely undiscovered. Oh, and click the tile. And there's your coordinates, 2521 in central Botswana. Okay, and this is a whole mining area with a couple of pits. You can see here. Okay, and again, there's no major city anywhere around here. It is what it is, and it's found just by zooming in here. Now a little bit to the southeast, we have another mining project here. Okay, and I will grab you a marker tile so you can see the coordinates. If I can find one. There we go. Let me clear that. Okay, it's currently 33 cents a tile. Again, central Botswana, 25 minus 21. So there are your coordinates on the left there. Remember, guys, if you're buying tile, pay 5% less. Use the code that's in the bottom left-hand corner or description of this video, and get 5% off all of your land purchases. So if you guys have any other questions about my portfolio or any place that we didn't cover, just remember, if I'm buying, I'm either buying for one of 3 reasons. Okay, number 1, it is going to be a high traffic public area, like the middle of the cities, Pakistan, Palestine, Cameroon, Jordan, Chad. Okay, all those places are being purchased because they are land class 1, a seriously inexpensive prime location, in my opinion. Number 2 is resources. As you can see, I own a crap ton of resource tiles, because that's how you're going to make money in phase 2 onward. Okay, once resources start landing on tiles, which all tiles will have unique resources, the price and the demand are just going to skyrocket for those tiles. So the third, so we have foot traffic, we have resources, and the third is scarcity. So islands that don't have a lot of land for sale, countries that are islands that don't have a lot of land for sale, and a lot of land is, say, 10,000 tiles or less. If you find a place that has 10,000 tiles or less, maybe 5,000 tiles or less, that's something that's going to be ate up really quickly, especially when you think it would only take 100 to 150 people buying max tiles in that area, you know, in one purchase of max tiles for 150 people, and that entire country is bought. So that's not much in that context. So for one of those three reasons, or a multiple of those three reasons, is why I'm buying. Remember, scouring the map outside of major cities, looking for mineral markers or things like that. It's going to get you a long ways. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I will catch you on the next video. Peace.